Hello everyone, it's Sal, Stretford Post. How you all doing? And welcome to another episode of Chatterbox. Hope everyone's doing good. Hope everyone's doing fine. Thank you guys for joining me this evening, guys, where I am, and you guys, absolute legends, for being here today. Thank you so much, guys. Please, before I start, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And also, don't forget to smash a like on the video, guys. That's what it's all about. All that sweet stuff, all that lovely stuff, guys. Thank you so much again, guys. Now, let's get into it. Let's get into the nitty-gritty of Manchester United, because that's what it's all about. That's why we're here. We want to talk about our club, don't we? Who would have thought it? I'm here to talk about our club. Who thought about that? I never would have thought about that. Listen, guys, Mbeumo. Firstly, Brian Mbeumo is looking imminent to be a Manchester United player very soon. It is said that he will be a Manchester United player by the 7th of July, before the pre-season starts. Hopefully we will get a here we go very soon. It is the silence before the storm in regards to Brian Mbeumo. Brian Mbeumo looks likely to sign a 5-year contract worth around 150 to 180,000 a week, subject to all those rumors about 250 grand a week. We did say this about a week ago, didn't we? But it's Man United who are faffing about with the payment structure and taking their sweet time again. Idionomics. Is there such a word? Idionomics, Glazonomics, Idionomics. That's what it's all about, guys. Absolutely, it's disgraceful how long this transfer has been dragging on. Brian Mbeumo accepted the Manchester United contract on the 2nd of June. 1 month anniversary, guys. We're in the 1 month anniversary of Brian Mbeumo accepting a contract on the 2nd of June, guys. Can you believe it? Simon, can you believe it? Absolutely incredible, isn't it? But you know what I would say, guys, as long as the deal gets done, isn't it? As long as the deal gets done, and you know what, we can move on to another deal. That would be a good idea as well, that we can get other players in. My biggest bone, of course, I've been talking about it for a long time, is that Man United are not doing 2 deals at once. They're doing one at a time. My goodness me, OCD in the house. One at a time. We're not going to go left. We're not going to go right. It's just one at a time. Goodness me, it's crazy at the end of the day. But guys, you know what? Mbeumo will be a fantastic signing. And you know what? I hope that, it happens quicker rather than later. And hopefully we get the here we go very soon, guys, because the team are preparing for pre-season, guys. But let me tell you this, guys. Manchester United are notoriously never done work in July, early July. They've never done it. They've never done it, guys. Not in early July. They've never done it. But unfortunately for Ineos, this is a different situation to those times. This is a different situation to those times, at the end of the day. And we have to hold them accountable if they don't get these deals done. And they don't get these deals done in time over the line, in time for the preseason. And obviously the preseason games as well, guys. Absolutely. Big up everyone. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're good, guys. I hope you're good. Hope everyone is good, of course. Big up, John. What's going on, my friend? Be great to have some positive news. I hope so, mate. I hope so. Me too, John O'Connell. John, look, I'm waiting for the positive news to come out. At the moment, I'm seeing a lot of conflicting stories and a lot of things about, prices for this player, prices for that player. But let me just clear something up for you very soon, very quickly, because I've been through this. I've been talking about this the last few weeks, guys. Ineos have money. Ineos have goddamn money. Stop saying we got no money. They've got money. Let's not feed into that narrative that they've got no money. They've got bloody money. They're just not spending their money. That's what it's all about at the end of the day, isn't it? They facilitate the Glazers. They're the ones who facilitate the Glazers. We could have a rich billionaire in charge of Man United right now. Unfortunately, we don't at the end of the day. And we have to have this, this penny pinching assignment, of course, guys. Again, no one's answered my question in regards to Ineos. Jim Ratcliffe was about to purchase Chelsea for $5 billion. He put $1 billion, granted, into Man United. Where's the $4 billion gone? That's what I want to know, guys. Absolutely. And that is the question that should be asked from everyone's lips, of course, guys. Absolutely. Big up Alexander. Big up, here we go. And nothing. Big up Alexander. I hope you're doing well. No, Man United is years away, not days away, mate. I hope not, mate. I hope not. I really do. Getting a second to 5 days to pre-season. Absolutely. Big up, Kenny. Hope you're doing well. Hope your holiday's going well, mate. Big up, Danny B. What's going on, Danny? Hope you're doing well. Big up, everyone. I hope they're good. Hope everyone is good. Big up, brother. What's going on? Hey, bro, what's up? Big up, mate. Hope you're doing well, Rajat. Hope you're good. Good to see you all. Good afternoon, Kazi. What's going on, mate? Hope you're doing well as well. Good to see everyone in the house, guys. Big up, Karina. What's going on? Is it true Gyokeres has signed a 5-year deal with Arsenal? It's not true. It's not true. And this is what I'm going to get into right now, Karina. Whilst Gyokeres has not signed a contract with Arsenal, Man United are still lurking around. Now, how will Man United do this deal? People say, how will Man United do this deal? We haven't got the money to do this deal. The same way they're doing the Mbeumo deal. The same way. How are they going to save an FFP and PSR? Well, basically, they're going to do this. They're going to pay it in installments, and they're going to try and do a deal like that, which ultimately will be more than if you paid the full amount. That's what they're going to try and do. At the moment, Gyokeres has not signed for Arsenal. And this talk came from L'Equipe. L'Equipe is the biggest French journalist media entity, right? And basically, I looked at this yesterday. And I said, why are L'Equipe got news about Gyokeres? What's going on there? Why have they got news about Gyokeres? I didn't quite understand it, because at the end of the day, they're a foreign news outlet. So I wanted to know why, and lo and behold, this thing with L'Equipe and Arsenal and Gyokeres is far from the truth. It's far from the truth. And this is exactly what I meant. This deal is not done. The deal is not done with Gyokeres. Gyokeres is still there, waiting. There's no offer on the table yet at the end of the day. So this is what we have to remember. Remember the Sporting Lisbon representative came out and he said, it's going to be more than 60 plus 10 million and stuff like that. There is something to this story. Very, very, I can't put my finger on it, but it's very, how do I say it? There's something going on. There's something going on. And I do believe that there is more than meets the eye. I tend to look at things from an overall point of view, from every single angle. I don't just look at one angle. I always challenge myself to get to the news, to get to what is going on at the end of the day. A bit like, oh, we got no money. I don't believe that. I don't believe they got no money. Just like we had no money. Oh, we can't sack Ten Hag because we got no money. Then we go and hire Ruben Amorim, pay him off, and pay off for Eric Ten Hag as well. At the end of the day, I just can't. I just can't read into everything as it is, because nothing as it seems, is it? At the end of the day, nothing is as it seems right now, in regards to Man United. And it is becoming a little bit, crazy again. And nothing has changed, really. And why has nothing changed? Why has nothing changed? Why is it taking time? It's taking time because we got the Glazers. It's as simple as that. We got the Glazers. Whilst the Glazers are still there, whilst Joel Glazer is still operating things, we're going to be as slow as we've always been. This is always going to be that. I don't know why people thought it would be any different. Ineos are there. They can do the negotiating. Barada, all these Wilcox and Vivell and Jim Ratcliffe, they can do all the negotiating and all that and the enticing and things like that. But when it comes to signing the checks, we all know that it's the Glazers who are going to be signing the checks. So everything is going to be taking time. Now, my biggest question to all of you right now, and I want to put this forward, right? Are we better off with or without Ineos? Look, guys, it's a fair question. I don't like the Glazers. I dislike the Glazers with a passion, right? I hate them, right? But I want to ask you the question. Right this moment in time, are we better off without Ineos? Are we better off without? Because as far as I'm concerned, we were spending more money with the Glazers. Do you know what I mean? We were spending more money with them. So I want to know, And then people will ask you and argue, obviously, Ineos had a good summer last summer. Okay, they had a good summer last summer, but that's their honeymoon period. That's their chance to impress. That was their opening line, wasn't it, at the end of the day? What are they going to do in the second window, the third window, the fourth window? We already know what they did in January, which was absolutely zero, which in my opinion, probably cost us the Europa League, guys. So what is it? Do you think we're better off with or without Ineos? Now, I'm going to write a poll on this, guys. Let me write a poll on this really quickly. Let me write a poll on this. I really want to write a poll on this, guys. So let me write this. All right. I'm going to write a poll, guys. Are we better with or without Ineos? So let me do this, guys. All right. we better without Ineos? Hold on, let me get this up. Are we better with or without Ineos? Let's do this poll. It's an interesting question because I was thinking about that. Are they making a difference? Are things better? And we have to, let's take into account everything, you know? I'm giving you 3 options. I'm doing same as well. Let's take into account everything, guys. Let's take into account everything that has happened over this last year or so. Let's take into account everything that's been going on this last year or so and weigh it up. Are we better off without Ineos? Because at the moment, it seems slower. It does seem slower. And I want to know. Absolutely, guys. Big up, Bill. How you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Good to see you. Big up, everyone. Of course. Big up yourself. Striker next. Big up, Kazi. Hope you're doing well. Big up yourself. Richard Rios, not worth 21. Why aren't we getting these deals done? There we are. Big up. I'd be all over Watkins right now. Opening to say offer 30 million. Offer Bill. Bill, you haven't been reading the news, mate. They want 60 million for old Ollie Watkins. Let me get into the news real quickly, guys. Let's get into this real quickly. Okay. So, in regards to most of the news, let me just bring in Ollie Watkins first. Okay, Man United are stepping up their interest in Ollie Watkins. Aston Villa want around 60 million for him, but United are unwilling to spend that much on someone with a lack of resale value, guys. That is from the Mirror. So you can take it with a pinch of salt. The Mirror haven't really been known to be doing any, transfer leaks and breakings and stuff back in the 90s, probably. Back then, but these days, no, they haven't been able to do that, in my opinion. So we look at this and you think 60 million for Ollie Watkins. Walk away from that straight away, Simon. Walk away from that. We're not going to be doing that deal. Absolutely not. That is ridiculous. An absolutely ridiculous price to put on a 29-year-old player who was rubbish last season. Let's be real about it, guys. Let's be real. Now, a little bit of other news coming in. Okay, to bring up the subjects, Marcus Rashford has not yet shown any willingness to accept a pay cut. Bayern have asked for terms of a deal. So basically, Bayern Munich have asked if Marcus Rashford could quite possibly have a pay cut. Will he have a pay cut? Absolutely not. He's a mercenary. He's not going to do that. He's not going to have a pay cut. Absolutely zero chance of that happening. So again, this is the problem that we're facing at the moment. Real Betis want Anthony on another loan and with an obligation to buy in 2026, but wages remain a problem, says ABC Sevilla. So what I want to say, guys, is this. If Betis cannot afford Anthony, go away. Pay the money or exit the situation, because at the end of the day, we don't need any more loans. We need deals done, guys. We need these deals done ASAP. We don't need any more loans. We've had enough of these bloody loans, for goodness sake. Pay the money. If you want the player, we're looking at Betis, we're looking at Real Betis, and we're seeing them signing all these players. And look, they can't afford, conveniently, they can't afford Anthony. Isn't it strange? Isn't it, guys? Absolutely. In regards to Richard Rios, of course, Richard Rios have been speaking about, no, not Richard Rios, sorry. In regards to Morten Hjulmand. Morten Hjulmand is available for around 34 million this summer. The defensive midfielder who currently plays for Sporting Lisbon. 34 million. He is available this summer, says Matteo Moretto. So basically, guys, he's available. And Man United, the reason I bring this story into the show, is because Man United were interested in Hjulmand at the beginning of the last window, last summer window. They were interested in him, and we were talking about him quite often, quite a lot. So he's an interesting one. Will Man United make a move again for Mr. Hjulmand? It remains to be seen. Of course it does. There is no real expectation that Andre Onana is going to move on this summer, guys. I think we all expect this, to be honest with you. I think we expect this kind of news in regards to Onana. But there you go, guys. There's just a small amount of dose of news, guys, coming out of Manchester United. Now, obviously, there's talk about Richard Rios. We've been speaking about Richard Rios way before anyone else spoke about him. Last year, guys, we've been speaking about Richard Rios. How Man United need to get a deal done for Richard Rios. He's a good player. You know what I mean? But we don't seem to have our eyes on the ball. We're slow. We're pedestrian. We're concentrating on one area, tunnel vision. That's what we are at the moment. Tunnel vision. We're not looking left. We're not looking right. Just straight. That's what we're doing at the moment. And this is disappointing because I thought that Wilcox came into this football club. I thought all these guys, all these PR merchants that came into this football club, they were good at their job, at scouting. In particular, Wilcox, who I thought was good at scouting in South America. Now, we had a good start. We got Diego Leon, who I think is going to be a fabulous signing. But what's going on with the rest now? What's going on with the rest? What's going on now? You know, at the end of the day, what's going on with Ineos and what's going on with these transfers, guys? That's what I want to know. Absolutely, guys. Absolutely. Big up everyone. Big up everyone. Absolutely. Hello, my friend. It's so nice to side of United. Big up Planet 256. Nice font, by the way. Nice font. Good to see you. Yale, it looks like we are getting Mbeumo and it's the same time Sancho heads to Juventus. Some good news, Yale. Yeah, look, you know what? It isn't all bad news. Let's just say that it does look like more than ever, it looks like Sancho's going to Juventus. More than ever. Okay, so that's good news if it happens. I believe it when I see it. But 25 million in the kitty. Fabulous, guys. Fabulous. Great business. Okay. Now, look, Man United are not going to just pay 60 million for a player. Let me tell you that. So when it comes to Gyokeres and things like that, Man United are not going to slap 70 million on the table and say, here you go. Go on your way. They're not going to do that. They're going to try and pay in installments. This is their plan. This is why it's taking so long. This is why they're going to pay in installments, guys. Do you know what I mean? At the end of the day. So, look, you know, anything can happen this window, but don't, as I said, at the end of last season, right? Remember what I said to you guys. You're going to get a surprise. You're going to get a surprise, guys. Absolutely, you're going to get a surprise. And then I'm going to say, I told you guys, you're going to get a surprise. And Cunha is not that surprised, by the way, because Cunha was being done in April. I know that for a fact. But you know what? We might be in for something very, very special. But let's hope, guys. We can only hope at the end of the day. Guys, 39 and 10 minutes. Big up, everyone. Looking good. Thank you, Bill. Thank you very much, guys. Absolutely. Absolutely good to see you. Ephraim, good afternoon, Sal. Is there any news about the stadium? I hear it is stalling. I hope it is stalling, Ephraim. I hope the stadium is stalling because this regeneration project is Ineos' lifeline, is the Glazers' lifeline. As we know, the Glazers wrote a letter to the Manchester Council in 2018 in regards to this land. Okay? So if this regeneration project doesn't go through, it could be our cue. It could be our cue for full sale, get them out, full sale only, debt cleared. Hopefully, fingers crossed, guys. Absolutely. Absolutely. Charlie, Glazers broke the club and we couldn't have continued their spending. Ineos is trying to fix the damage that the Glazers have done. We are better with Ineos. Let me tell you something, Yale. No, we're not. No, we're not. We are not better with Ineos. Absolutely not. At the end of the day, this big headlines that people like yourself, Yale, feed into and believe, I don't believe any of that. We're going to be broke by Christmas. It's all lies. Don't believe that crap. I don't think we're better off with Ineos. I absolutely don't. I think we're actually slower. And I don't really care about whether they can afford this or fixing this. We could have had Qatar to fix everything. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, don't give me that bull crap about, oh, Ineos, you know what? They're trying to fix things. Oh, poor Jim. Don't give me that crap, mate. Absolutely not. And you're entitled to your opinion, but no way, Jose. I mean, oh, poor Jim. He's trying to fix the errors of them over the last year. Then step aside and let Qatar buy the football club. Absolutely. Absolutely. Without Ineos, the Glazers would have paid more for players like Mount. Without Ineos, the Glazers would have paid more. They did. They did. I do believe it wasn't without Ineos, the Glazers would have paid more for the players. Mason Mount came last year, mate, with Eric Ten Hag without Ineos, mate. Kazi. We are better without Ineos. We buy players. Ineos are saving money. There you go. Absolutely. Absolutely. I don't feel no sorry for them. Ineos enabled the Glazers to stay. Key point here. Ineos enabled the Glazers to stay. That is what I'm looking at. That is the key here. They enable us. You know what I mean? It's a tough job for Ineos and the championship budget. We need owners ASAP. These guys lack experience too. Good point. Good point. Raja, have some improvements with Ineos purchasing a quarter stake, but the problem Glazers still inhabit the club. Exactly. And they're still the ones who are signing the checks, Rajat. Who's still signing the checks? The Glazers. You know, so how's it better? 60 million, no. A joke ting, isn't it? Kenny, it's a joke ting. It's a joke ting, mate. Absolute joke ting, absolutely. Wow, 60 million. Someone you can't sell on. Maybe Villa are hoping for 45. Look, at the end of the day, I wouldn't believe everything you read, but this is very coming from a credible source that they want 60 million. Walk on by, din, 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 din. Walk on by. Don't go with that narrative. Do not even entertain a stupid offer, a stupid valuation like that. That's what I would say in regards to that. Absolute nonsense, guys. Absolute nonsense. This greedy tequila merchant, pick up. Absolutely. Tequila, it makes you happy. Absolutely. Which owners we could afford mistakes as they will seem little compared to the wealth they have. All we need is rich owner who loves the club. I know a guy named Sheikh Jassim. Me, I've heard of him too, EC. Whatever happened to him? I've heard of him too. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, we would have been in a far better place, EC, right now than if we had Ineos. Things will be looking pretty rosy in the garden right now. Let me tell you that right now. But we all know. And I still haven't got the answer, guys. I still haven't got the answer. Please, can you fill me in, guys? Because I don't know. What is the real reason Man United fans didn't want Qatar? What's the real reason? Don't give me virtual signaling because I will contradict that right away. But let's tell me this, right? Don't give me this human rights because I will also contradict that straight away. Give me the real reason. Tell me the truth, guys. Tell me the truth. You can't handle the truth, Jack Nicholson. Tell me the truth. What is the real reason that people did not want Qatar? Tell me it. Just tell me the truth. This is an open book on here. Tell me the truth. Absolutely. Those in the know. Absolutely. Yeah, we need to sell him. Absolutely, Rajat. We need to sell him. Absolutely. At the end of it, Sal, we know how obligation ban end up. Hell no. Hell to the no, FM. Hell to the no. Absolutely. We know how these bloody obligations to buy work, don't we? Unless it's written in the contract, you have to buy him by hook or by crook, whether he's injured or not. You have to buy the player. Then I don't want to hear about obligations to buy because obviously we knew what happened with Jadon Sancho, didn't we, guys? Absolutely, we did. They have to pay the money or just get lost, to be honest with you, because I've seen Real Betis buying new players. I've seen Real Betis spending money on new players. This is the thing. So why don't they buy their old pal, Anthony? Why are they not buying him? You know what I mean? At the end of the day. 40, 50 million add-ons, maybe. Could be, of course. But it's too much anyway. Way too much. Kenny, Groot Nana is staying, unfortunately. Groot Nana. I mean, we're going to get him next week, next month, next season. Hopefully not, guys. One thing I would just like to clarify with you guys, I want to talk about the goalkeeper. In regards to the goalkeeper could be left last. So I'm not saying that Man United are not going to get a goalkeeper because the goalkeeper could be dragged out all the way to August because the goalkeeper, in regards to tactically, is not a priority. Right? The strikers, the midfield, the defenders, the right wingers, the left wingers, they're a priority because we need to work on tactics and the formation and the distinctive style of play, of course, that we have. So what we need to work on is that. The goalkeeper will come last. So there is a possibility that Man United could quite possible sign a goalkeeper. There is a possibility. I'm looking forward to Vitek coming back, though. I think Vitek is an excellent goalkeeper. He's going to be a very, very good goalkeeper in the future. Maybe we could do a buyback for Kova, but it just doesn't look that way, does it? Jim, we seem to have better structure with Ineos. I'm not sure the players that we would have gone and will go like Rashford and Sanchez. If they are still here at the end, I will eat my words. Jim, this is what I say, right? And I look at things from a balanced point of view, mate. This window is their exam. This is their test. At the moment, way things are looking right now, they've got a C minus. They got a C minus. At the moment, when you look at the Eric Ten Hag situation, you look at the Ashwood situation, you look at the January transfer window, you look at all these things that are going on, right, over this last few months and weeks and all these sackings and redundancies and stuff like that. Are we better off? All the redundancies, all this stuff that's been going on at Man United, right? All the horrible, heartbreaking stuff that's happened in regards to all those people who lost their job on mortgages on 20 grand a year and stuff like that. All these things that happen. Are we better off now at the moment? I don't know. I mean, I'm going to have to wait and see this transfer window is their test for me. I'm not going to jump like other people in the stream have jumped and said they're doing fantastically well. Everything's all great. Everything's so pretty and nice and lovely and happy and gay. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, I just don't. I want to wait and see. I want to wait and see, guys. I really do. And all this business about, oh, you know what? The Glazers mess and the laws. They knew the Glazers mess when they walked into the football club. They knew about the Glazers mess. If Jim Ratcliffe is Manc born and bred, like he says he is, he would have known about the mess that Man United are in because of the Glazers, wouldn't he? He would have known about that. But at the end of the day, he could have stepped aside. He could have let Qatar take charge, and we wouldn't be having this conversation right now. Absolutely. I'll probably have less grey hairs in my head if we had Qatar. Probably, I would. Probably less wrinkles as well, guys. Absolutely. Big up, Abdullah. How you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Good to see you. Absolutely. A full agreement. Sancho and Juventus is close. The deal will accelerate a few minutes. Juventus are able to defeat. Let's see. Look, Mick Ruby is not a contact. He's not even a Man United fan, Abdullah. I don't know why you're quoting him. He's not a Man United fan. Alfredo Pendula is a tier 3 journalist, so I wouldn't really quote them. The quote that guy Mick on my channel is a weirdo. Someone's got to check his hard drive. He's a weirdo, mate. I don't want anything to do with him. Absolutely not. Sal, how many players will sign before pre-season tour? I'm saying 3 or 4, mate. Nah, I'm joking. For the pre-season tour, I think we're just going to get the Mbeumo. I think realistically, what I'm saying at the moment, we're just going to get Mbeumo, mate. That's it at the end of the day, guys. Big up, Sal. We signed Ronaldo on birthday of this year's present. Absolutely. Big up. Rajat, he's not reliable at all. He's not a journalist. He pretends to be a Man United fan. Rajat, let me tell you this right now. He's not a Man United fan. He's not a journalist. He lives in Thailand. He pretends to know things when he doesn't, guys. He doesn't know diddly squat. He told me he knows Fabrizio Romano. I spoke to Fabrizio Romano. He doesn't know nothing about him. So at the end of the day, guys, no one knows him. Ben Jacobs don't know him. No one knows him, guys. So at the end of the day, don't take nonsense from people like that because they're the ones who give it a bad name, guys. I would say that clearly. Coco, big up, Sal. Big up yourself. Hope you're doing well. Big up. Hope you're doing well, my friend. I hope you're doing good. I hope the Nugget Regeneration project falls through. Absolutely. I mean, I hope so as well, guys. I hope so as well. I hope so. Hapsat Coco, big up. Big up. He's not reliable, Kenny. He's not reliable. He's a tier 3 journalist. He's reliable in regards to Italian football only. But this has been broke before him, you know, in regards to Juventus and stuff like that. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, this has been broken before him, guys. So stop quoting these guys because honestly, they don't know diddly squat. Absolutely. Big up, Teddy. What's going on, my friend? I hope you're doing well. Good to see you. Big up, Sal. Why are we so slow? It's been 4 weeks and we still haven't got Mbeumo after. I mean, yeah, it's been since the 2nd of June, hasn't it? The 2nd of June it's been since we got, you know, at the end of the day, the news that Mbeumo wants to come to Man United, in it, at the end of the day. You also guys said, I also want Qatar. I know, Yarli, but I'm just giving my opinion. I'm giving you my opinion. No offense to you. I did say it's your opinion. But no offense to you. But, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, I would disagree that we're better at the moment. But I would say, Yarle, my old guy, my old chum, you know, what I would say is that I'm going to test them this window. I want them to slap me in the face and say, you know what? I want to be wrong. I want to say they've absolutely proved me wrong. They smashed it. Because that's what I care about. I care about, you know, what's going on in regards to, you know, I care about what's going on in regards to Man United. I care only about Man United at the end of the day, guys. Absolutely. That's all I care about at the end of the day, guys. Absolutely all I care about, guys. Brilliant. Absolutely. Let me just write this tweet. Okay, yeah. Who are the 32%? Let me have a look at this. Let me have a look at this poll, guys. I haven't even looked at the poll yet, so I've got to look at it. Let me have a look. Hold on. 47, 32% say no, same 21%. There we go, guys. It is all about opinion at the end of the day, isn't it? Big up, Chris. What's going on, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Good to see you. Watkins or Vlahovic for me, mate. Younger. Video lights are looking good. Big up, Bill. Hope you're doing well. Good to see you, Bill. Good to see you, of course. Kenny, he is no Di Marzio. He's not Di Marzio. He begs people to come on his channel. He pretends he knows things. And this guy is an absolute, trust me, don't ever put him on my stream again. Guys, I've been on his show. I know him. He's a fraud. And he begs people to come on his channel. He can't even speak Italian. And then he's speaking to him like he knows him. He doesn't, guys. He just begged him to come on the channel. Pandula is a good journalist in regards to Serie A. He might get the inside scoop in regards to some Serie A news. But if it's not Ornstein, if it's not Fabrizio, if it's not Ben Jacobs, then I don't think we should be really quoting people like that. Absolutely not, guys. Absolutely. Big up, Freddie. What's going on, my friend? I'll be doing well. Sal, the debt is gone. It means not that much improvement and little hope for Ineos. And they knew this, Freddie, before they took charge of the football club, isn't it? They knew this before they got the 27% odd of the football club, didn't they? Ephraim, Sal, who do you take for 60 million, Osman or Gyokeres? At the moment, right now, bloody hell. You know what I mean? I'll take either of them, Ephraim. I don't care. I would take either of them. I think they're both brilliant players. And I think they're both players that will improve Man United significantly. Absolutely significantly, guys. Absolutely. Am I still waiting for Qatar to own Manchester United? Big up, Raja. We all are. We can't handle the truth. Big up, Randy. Big up. And yeah, one got to be pre-quiz. Big up, mate. Big up, everyone, of course. Guys, big up. Yale, do you think Redet can take over the number one at United? Not Konano's to bet. I would hope so, Yale. One thing I would hope so is that he's given a chance. The biggest thing about it is that he's given an opportunity. He's given a chance. Do you know what I mean? At the end of the day. And that's what I would say about it. I want him to be given an opportunity, just like Onana is given an opportunity every single week. Vitek has gone on loan. He's done his work. He's earned his corn. So let's see what he can do. Absolutely. Mick he's not a journalist, Raja. He sits in Thailand pretending to be a journalist, mate. I know that for a fact because, guys, you know what? I used to do music for 20 years, right? And when people tell me about artists that they know, that you need to be careful who you're speaking to. So Mick told me he does music and stuff like that, and then he sent me this really dead video. It was really weird, right? And I said, "No, you don't, mate." And then he says, "Oh, I know this person," and I rang that person. I said, "Do you know this guy?" He goes, "No, I don't know nothing about this guy." Absolutely, I thought this guy's a fraud. I said, "No way, man. There's so many people." Look, at the end of the day, look. He begged him to come. You begged Padula to come on your show, your channel with your bot followers and subscribers, and then that's up to him, mate. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, I don't think he's the one like who's really done well. Padula hasn't. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, yeah. E6 Becton, what's going on, my friend? Are we doing well? Gatar in, Jim the Rat out. Big up yourself. Big up. Grayo, evening, brother. I hope you're doing well. 150 likes already. Keep smashing the likes, guys. Come on, can we get to 60 likes? Let's get to 60 likes real quick, guys. Come on, let's do this, guys. Brilliant. Big up Dublin Games. What's going on, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Good to see you again. 55 likes. Thank you, you legend. Hope you're doing well, of course. 56. Thank you, Rajat, you legend, of course. I've never understood the owner. It's a common sense. The more investment, the more success. The more money the club is worth, the more money the owners make. Exactly, Jim. Spot on, Jim. Do these guys not understand this, right? Because I don't believe they are quite thinking straight. Right, they're going by the analogy that Liverpool, Chelsea, Arsenal, Man City are not going to improve, and Newcastle as well are not going to improve. They're going by the theory that those teams are going to stay static, right? So we could buy players here and there and improve. Of course we can. But so are Liverpool, so are Arsenal, so are Chelsea. So you have to invest that money now to get us to close the gap. Now, people are saying, but you know what? Chelsea have signed so many players. Why have Chelsea signed so many players? Where are they going to play them? Let me tell you why they signed so many players. Because they do not want to miss out on the Champions League. The Champions League right now, the Super Champions League, is a gold mine. It's a gold mine. This is why Liverpool can afford 150 euros on Florian Wirtz because of the Champions League. And these teams do not want to miss out on the Champions League. So they want big squads. They want big squads, and they want players in case players get injured, and they want to solidify those Champions League spots. Whilst Man United are snoozing. This is the whole point. We're snoozing and we're falling further and further behind, guys. And that's what it's all about. You know what I mean? We need to absolutely blow it at the bloody water, basically. You know, blow the bloody doors off, sort of thing. You know what I mean? Goodness me. That's what we need to do. And we're not doing that, unfortunately. Because the Glazers wanted to in charge, that's why they refused Qatar. They didn't refuse Qatar. They had an option, Nasser. They had an option of Qatar. But Ineos gave them a life support machine. They gave them a life support machine. So if Ineos weren't there, they would have had to accept the Qatar offer. Had to, because they couldn't afford the regeneration project. They couldn't afford the stadium. They couldn't afford a rebuild of the squad. They couldn't afford the infrastructure and whatever, the Carrington and stuff like that. They couldn't afford it. So if Ineos were not there, Qatar would have purchased the club. I know that fully, factual. That is what would happen. They would have been forced to sell the club. Nasser, money for nothing and your chicks for free. What's that about? Big up, Nasser. Do investigation on the Qatar was not taken seriously, and Glazers didn't accept the offer they present to Manchester United to next level. They didn't accept because obviously Ineos were there. Good afternoon, Timo. How you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Good to see you, mate. Hope everything is good. 57 likes, my guy. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you. Big up, Victor Goriak. Big up, my friend. Absolutely. I wouldn't mind if we got Vlahovic for 20 minutes. I'll still rate this guy. He has been in a bad Juventus team for a while. Look that you. I mean, at the end of the day, this is what I'm saying, Yale. And you make a good point there, Yale. I think people need to listen to this. Because at the end of the day, you know, we shouldn't paint everything with the same brush. Everything could be different. Circumstances are different. Players around you are different. Coaches, managers are different. And I do know that Juventus are going through a little bit of a treacherous time, but so are Man United at the end of the day, I would admit. But Juventus are going through a treacherous time at the moment. So, you know, at the end of the day, we can't just paint Vlahovic as a bad player because he's done badly at one club. That's all I would say. And we look at what he's done at Fiorentina. Let's look at what he's done at Fiorentina. Do you know what I mean? Big up Midgard. What's going on, Midgard? Long time no see. Hope you're doing well. We get Wharton. Gyokeres. Bloody hell, that is doing my eyes in, Midgard. Big up Midgard. I hope you're doing well. Hope everything was good with you, my friend. Of course, I'm all for Watkins for 60 million. NASA for 60. Are you? Bill, we're on 61 likes. Come on, guys. Let's get to 70 likes, guys. Let's push this up. Guys. 60 million for Gyokeres is better. I agree with that. Absolutely. Or, you know what I mean, or whatever. VTech is higher, 197. Big up Earth fan. Hope you're doing well. Watkins was fourth goal scorer and assist. He is, but he's not worth 60 million at 29 years old, in my opinion. Didn't, you know, at the end of the day. 60, 65 going on, bargain for Gyokeres. Big up Raja. 100% Ineos is the lifeboats to continue beating bats and hide under caves and ruining this club. Absolutely. Joseph, what's going on? Osman better than Gyokeres. Look, you know what I would say, Joseph, is that Osman was always my first choice. He was always my first choice at the end of the day. Do you know what I mean? But I wouldn't mind Gyokeres or Osman. I'm not going to stick my nose up at anyone because right now, at this moment in time, you know, we need anything, bruv, up front. Big up Benny, what's going on? Brandon Mbeumo, Cunha and Watkins should be enough to score 40 goals, which could get us near the top four. But most importantly, when they are sorted, a new goalkeeper. I do believe, Benny, that Man United would sort a new goalkeeper probably by August. I think it's going to be very late for the new goalkeeper. I really think they're going to leave that till last. I think that because I still believe they're undecided. Of course, Anana has said that he wants to stay. You know what I mean? At the end of the day. So at the end of the day, that is just... crazy, isn't it? At the end of the day. What do we do? He didn't match Gyokeres' goal tally. Gyokeres is the highest scorer in Europe. He's different level. Bennett Osman, world class number 9. Absolutely. United Road, what's going on? No offense, but I would even pay 30 million. I wouldn't even pay 30 million for Watkins. He's almost 30. And that's it's like setting the world alight. He didn't last season. I would give him that. He didn't last season. But the season before he did, he scored in the Euros semi-final as well against Holland, do you remember? But definitely not. We're looking at this, right? We're looking at this United Road. We're looking at 6th, 7th options now. And this is something that I feared that before this transfer window, I feared that we're going to be looking at the 6th, 7th option. And this is what we're doing at the moment. And, you know, because obviously we know that Osman is a choice. First, Osman and Gyokeres are first and second choice. We know Ekitike was a choice. We know that Mateta was a choice as well. Probably Gonzalo Ramos and all these players were choices as well. But we're just, you know, at the end of the day, would be lovely, Fan. It would be absolutely beautiful. Would be lovely, guys. Mbeumo is more a winger than a 10. He can play winger as well, Rajat. Very good at cutting in winger. And with Ruben Amram's tactics, you do spread out as well. And you know what I mean, as well, and go into the wing as well. Benny, Watkins, 20, 35 million max, walk away. I agree with that, Benny. Big up, my friend. Big up. Carlos Baleba and Adam Wharton. I would love Adam Wharton at the football club or Carlos Baleba. That'd be absolutely fantastic. Don't know if it's going to happen, though. Do you think Ineos will bend and give someone like Osman 300k a week? I don't think so, Bill. I really don't think so. Big up, Grayos. Come on, guys. 69 likes. Can we get to 80 likes? Come on, guys. Let's get to 80 likes. Can we get to 100 likes again? Let's push this through, guys. Let's push this through. Come on. Absolute Irfan. Slow FC, Man United, Jim and Glazer out. Qatar in. Big up, Irfan. I agree. I think Watkins for a short-term fix would be too expensive, beyond 25 million at almost 30 years old. I agree with that. And I respect your opinion, mate. Absolutely. Yale, I think they will have Onana fight with VTech for number 1. We are trying to get Charlie Hardy from Derby County. Yep. He is too young to be the keeper today, but he could be our new number 1 in a couple of years. I agree with that. I heard about the news about the Derby County goalkeeper. This is another youngster that Man United are going for, isn't it? Man United have been going for a lot of youngsters, but I do rate VTech, Yale, and I would like to see VTech given an opportunity. That's what I would like. I don't want him to be sitting on the bench, not getting another opportunity. I don't want him to go on another loan, because that's what's going to happen in it. It's sending him on another loan. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, I don't want that to happen either. Absolutely. Big up United Road. Absolutely. Rajat, kind of like Osman, but he's apparently wanting to demand crazy wages. Yeah, he is. He is. He had problem with Napoli as well, didn't he? Watkins is still a Premier League proven goal scorer. Good point, Dabizas. He is, of course, but not for 60 million. Not for his age. Not for his age. Absolutely not. Big up Rajat, my friend. Big up Rajat. Big up everyone, guys. Look, it's very important. It's very important. Irfan, John Duran have a chance to be a big salary. Look, why are Fenerbahce getting John Duran if he's on this much money a week? They kind of, if we can't afford it, certainly Fenerbahce can't afford it. Fenerbahce have had a strict wages regime for many years. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, strange. You know what I mean? I like John Duran. I thought he would have been brilliant. He's a brilliant player. I thought he would have been brilliant. Absolutely. But as usual, you know what Man United do? They mess about. They mess about. They hover about. And you know what? I wish I could just do this.
Come closer. What is the sound of one hand clapping?
I don't know. What is the sound of one?
That's what I wish I could do. Absolutely wish I could do that. Absolutely. Midgard. Sorry for the horrendous spelling. You're all right, mate. This isn't Harvard at the end of the day. Grammar at first for a guy criticizing your Gyokeres pronunciation. I got humbled. For a guy criticizing your Gyokeres pronunciation. Sorry for the horrendous spelling, grammar at first, for a guy criticizing your Gyokeres pronunciation. I got humbled. Big up anyone. Don't worry. It doesn't matter. Gyokeres, Gyokeres, who cares at the end of the day? If people knew my full name, they wouldn't be able to pronounce it. And I don't care, to be honest with you, because a name's just a name at the end of the day. We're not that egotistical, are we, Midgard, at the end of the day? Yale, there is something going on with Turkish football. Galatasaray could afford Aussie wages. Part wages, Yale, part wages. But there you go. I know there isn't much of a stat, but Ollie Watkins was number 1 for most chances missed last season. 27 chances. At least he gets in the chances, though, isn't it? But there we go. Just bringing up devil's advocate. Playing devil's advocate. John Trier is 350,000 salary. Yes, he is. Money for nothing, chicks for free. Think was reference to being in dire straits. Oh, okay. Sorry, team. I mean, it flew over my head. Sorry, mate. Flew over my head. Absolutely. Yeah. I agree with that. I do agree with that. I absolutely do agree with that. I really do, guys. I really do agree with that. It is funny. It is funny. Okay. I'm just checking my tweets, guys. Yes, at least he gets chances. Absolutely. Irfan, can Man United win the FA Cup? Of course they can. Man United have always been capable of winning the odd competition, the odd cup competition in regards to the League Cup and the FA Cup. They've always been good at that. Do you know what I mean? Winning these type of trophies. We never had a problem with that, to be honest with you, at the end of the day, you know? We never had a problem with that. Absolutely not. It's the league we struggle with. It's the league and the Champions League that we struggle with, isn't it? That's what it is. What's going on, Araya? What's going on? I hope you're doing well. I think we should go in for Ferran Torres, even if we swap him for Rashford. He's valued at 14 million. There you go. Would they do that deal though? Would they do that deal though? Dildo is a different thing. Would they do that deal though, guys? Absolutely. Absolutely. Big up, Fire. What's going on, my friend? Fireboy, how you doing? I hope you're doing well. Good to see you, mate. I hope everything's blessed with you, my guy. I hope everything's blessed with you. Good to see you. Of course, guys. Absolutely. Good to see you, mate. Absolutely brilliant. Yeah, so can Man United buy an 8? We're going to have to wait and see. Midgard. We get Walton, Cunha, and Mbeumo, Gyokeres, Chris Wood, loan. We can win. Chris Wood, by the way. Big up Midgard. Chris Wood, by the way. Why is Chris Wood not being mentioned a lot more? Chris Wood has been smashing it in the Premier League. He's been brilliant in the Premier League. Why are people not mentioning him even more? Do you know what I mean? We can win the league with Bruno being first in choice created and first assist. Look at Leicester City. They won the EPL from 14th to win EPL next to nothing. Absolutely. Sal, why are you taking if we do swap one player from Bayern Munich? Sal, who would you take? Probably Paulinho, Ephraim. Probably Paulinho. If we could do that deal, that'd be fabulous. Don't think it's going to happen though. Absolutely. But there are a lot of players that I would like from Bayern Munich, of course. You know what I mean? I don't think we're going to get any of those though, unfortunately. Rajat, Lindelof for Stuttgart's potential to be amazing. I agree. Mentioned him on the show before, Rajat, a few weeks ago, a couple of months ago. APN, Sal, who do you pick? Luis or Vlahovic for United will make a deal with Juventus? I'm edging towards Luis. But, you know, Vlahovic would be a good option because he's only, 24, 25? Something like that, 25, 26. Sal, any news on Diego Leon, Brew? What's going on, brother? Hope you're doing. We'll be in England very soon, mate. He's actually on his way, I believe. He will be at pre-season training for Manchester United. Diego Leon, he's already said, that he's not coming here to go on loan. He's not coming here to be a bit part player. He's going to show you what he's all about. That's the kind of mentality I like. Players like Diego Leon. Do you know what I mean? That's the kind of players I like at the end of the day. Dildo, big up. Wood is 30 years out. Yeah, that's true. But it's good though. 1 year off, who knows? Is that, would you rather Chris Wood or Ollie Watkins? Who would you rather? Which one? One of, who knows exactly for 31. Big up, my friend. Grayo, Sal, here's a good one for you. What's your ideal lineup for the Arsenal game? It depends who we buy, Grayo. I don't know because I don't know who we're going to buy, you know, and this is the thing, you know, it depends who we buy, mate. That's what I would say, you know, once we got the players through the door, Grayo, then I'll have a more accurate sort of prediction, you know. Big up Irfan, big up Ephraim. I hope you're doing well. Ephraim, smash the likes and subscribe. Thank you so much, Ephraim, you legend. Thank you. Paulina for 30 million. I like because Masuri and De Ligt have been solid. I agree with that, Midgard. Absolutely brilliant comment. Leon should be in Manchester now. Should be. He could be in Manchester now or tonight. One of those. But he's ready, guys. And I like what he said. I really do like what he said. I really do like that. Absolutely. Big up, Gav. How you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Good to see you, mate. Araya, swap Garnacho for Watkins, Rashford for Torres, sell Sancho, and get Rios. The problem is, Araya, is swapping Garnacho for Watkins will harm our FFP and PSR, of course, because Garnacho is a homegrown talent and Watkins is not. So it will be difficult. It'll be difficult to do swap deals with homegrown talents. Homegrown players are very difficult to do swap deals for nowadays, especially with the FFP and the PSR and stuff like that, especially Rashford and what Garnacho would be very difficult. Even though, Araya, it sounds fantastic, it sounds marvelous, and I would love that to happen. Do you know what I mean? Grayo, everyone please smash the like button. Come on, guys, let's get up to what are we on at the moment? How many likes are we on at the moment, guys? Let me look at the poll. Who are we better without Ineos? 52% of you, well, 50 now, have said yes, no said 30, 20% said the same. 20% said the same. Wait, there we go. Ollie Watkins is better. Fair play. Araya, big up Sal and everyone. Hope you're having a good day. Big up, Araya. Good to see you, man. I really hope you're good, my friend. I really hope you're good. Hope you're good, guys. Sal, what is the difference between Ineos and the Glazers? The Glazers own the full club. Probably the same personality, if you ask me, guys. It's probably the same personality. Garnacho needs the right environment, and then he will be good. I agree with that, Raja. I do agree with that. Although I would say this, he has to be held accountable for what his actions were. Going onto media, onto the TV after the Europa League final was the wrong thing to do. It was the wrong thing to do. Wearing an Aston Villa top was the wrong thing to do, in my opinion. And if he came out and he apologized and said he was misled and then everyone deserves a second chance, don't they? You know? Midgard, Pedro Leon's dad is crazy, though. He's passionate, saying as soon as he has to work hard and up part. Yeah, I love that, Midgard. I saw that as well. I love that about it. That is leadership. That's the sort of leadership that you need from your parents, from your siblings, whoever it's from. That is the sort of leadership. Don't you go out partying. Don't you go on them. You go out there and prove to them you should play for Man United. That's what I love. Where's Rashford? Oh, Rashford's brother. Oh, you could do what you like, Rashi. You can do what you like. You know, Rashford, you're Marcus Rashford. This is what I like. That's why I like. It's refreshing to see Diego Leon and things like that, of course. Will Amas go on loan or not? I like Harry Amas, Raja. I think Harry Amas has an enormous amount of potential. But with Diego Leon, it depends, isn't it? We got Luke Shaw, we got Diego Leon, we got Dorgu, we got Malacia. You know what I mean? And then we got Harry Amas. We've got 5 left backs, guys. So what do we do? I think we're going to have to, during this preseason, we're going to have to weigh up who's going to be the best. I know what I would do. Luke Shaw's gone for me. Malacia's gone for me. Those 2 in particular are gone. Goodbye, all gone. Those 2, of course. Leon has the right mentality. Absolutely. The new players has arrived at the club. Look to have the type of mentality. Cunha, Heaven, I would even say Dorgu. Got this type of mentality. Absolutely. Big up, Yale. Great comment. Pete, Watkins is reliable and can comfortably get 10 goals, Pete. I mean, what I would say, Pete, I don't mind Pete, but the thing is 60 million. I mean, that's what's been touted around, isn't it? 60 minutes. 81 likes, guys. Let's get it to 90 likes. Let's get it to 90 likes. Come on. We've got a few minutes left, guys. Let's get it to 90 likes. Dabizaz, dude is sitting on the caps key. Absolutely. Big up. Thank you. He's a legend, mate. Don't worry. We're all a bunch of legends. Sal, who will be the player of the season next year? What I'm going to do, Ephraim, once the preseason is over, I'm going to make my predictions for everything. And then what we're going to do, right? Everyone can get involved. What we're going to do is at the end of next season, we're going to revisit our predictions. And then we're going to see who's right and wrong and where we got wrong, where we came wrong, guys. But I want to see which teams sign who, you know, who signs who and stuff like that before I make any predictions and stuff like that. United Road, if Sir Alex out a player and brought him in on the final 20 minutes, he would have likely scored or assisted to prove a point. How times have changed. Exactly what I said on my short video. If you want to be a Man United player, you have to be a team player. Right? Instead of moaning, instead of crying about not playing, go on that pitch and bloody score a goal. Prove the manager wrong. That's the only way to do it. Mouthing off to the media is not going to do it. You know, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer once came on and scored 4 goals against Nottingham Forest and was on the bench the next game. Did he cry? Did he moan? Did he go to the media? He didn't. But he's a legend. You know what I mean? Concentrate on trying to be the best you can possibly be. Prove people wrong when you get the, if you come on the pitch, no one's stopping you from burying one in the top corner. Nobody. Do it. Unless you haven't got the ability, Smash the like, guys. Thank you so much. Chatterbox, read the comments, unlike other YouTubers that only read super chats. Not saying bad, though, just that you are unique. Thank you, Midgard. You're a legend, mate. Really appreciate you, my friend. Thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate you. I love to hear people's opinions about Man United. That's me. I get passionate, but it's all love. Let me tell you that right now. It's all love. I mean, I wish I could sit around a table with you guys and just talk about Man United. It'd be fantastic. Ephraim, 85 likes. Let's hit it. Can we hit 100, guys? I think we're going to just slightly miss out, but can we do it, guys? Big up United Road. Ekatike and Mbeumo would make sense. It would be lovely. I mean, at the moment, I'm going like this. As the time goes by, Herbert, that as the time goes on, my expectations are going like this. They're going down. You know what I mean? And I was like, I'll take anyone. Just give me anyone. You know what I mean? Just give me anyone. Big up United Road. Yale. Oligona was like that. He sat on the bench waiting for his turn, and when he came on, he gave everything. He called the babyface. So absolutely. We miss him, mate. We miss that mentality, Yale. We miss him. You know what I mean, bro? Ineos and the Glazers should sell Manchester United for $4 billion to Sheikh Jassim. I would love that, mate. But they're looking at the regeneration project at the moment. That's what they're looking at. This is why we hope that generation project doesn't go through. You know what I mean? Guys, please don't forget to smash a like. Can we get to 100 likes? We probably get it later on tonight, but you know what? People watch afterwards. Looks like Sancho going to Juve. Come on, Aleteria. Come on. Can he go to Juve? Can he go to Juve? Absolutely. Have seen Cristiano get annoyed when Sir Alex substituted him, but he never complained. If he did, it would be worse and constantly bench. Absolutely. You'd be out of the club, mate. You'll be straight out of the club. Absolutely. Sebastian, what about Gyokeres deal with United? I spoke about that. Deal has not been agreed with Arsenal. Talks have not started with Arsenal. Not yet. It was reported by L'Equipe, respected French journalist, newspaper, a media outlet, who reported it. And that did seem a bit weird at the time because it seemed a bit strange that they are reporting it and not, more credible journalists in regards to Manchester United, in regards to Fabrizio Romano and obviously Ornstein and Ben Jacobs and people like that. So the deal is still on and there's still hope, right? There's still hope. Not saying it's going to go through. It'd be marvelous. It'd be fantastic if Gyokeres signed for Man United. It would be brilliant. So we could move on as well. The Mbeumo deal is the direct attention of Manchester United at the moment. Getting that Mbeumo deal over the line, which should hopefully be in a couple of days, a few days. Hopefully, it should be done by this time next week. Whatever, but it's going to be done, guys. As I've always said, he will be a Manchester United player very, very soon, and we can move on. Big up, Rajat. Nice show, my friend. Big up yourself. Hope you're doing well. Good to see you. I hope you're well. Jimmy C7 Renz is a quality midfielder. Absolutely. He's a good midfielder, by the way, Samuel. Not saying he is. We need to look at players like that. Special like, guys. Thank you so much, you guys. Thank you very much. Samuel, thank you. Why don't Manchester United give Sporting Rasmus Højlund? There you go. Big up, Ephraim. Everyone, we are only 30 likes from 100 likes, so please take 5 6 out of special likes. Guys, I've got 196 people online. Please smash a like on the video, guys, if you guys could do that. Thank you. Good night, Rajat. Have a good night. Enjoy yourself, mate. Really, really great to have you on again, guys. Thank you, everyone. You're absolute legends. It's been a great show. It's flown by. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Please don't forget to smash a like on the video. Remember, don't take every journalist who claims to be a journalist seriously, guys. It's, at the end of the day, you've got to separate the nonsense. Okay, guys? So separate the nonsense, and that'll be fantastic, guys. Toxie. Sal, are we only limited to do one deal at a time? Unfortunately, Toxie, this is the problem with Manchester United, isn't it? This has been the problem with Manchester United over a number of years, isn't it, Toxie? That we are incapable of doing 2 deals at a time. You know what I mean? It's ridiculous. United going for Watkins is showing me what they are looking elsewhere. Big up, Araya. Good to see you. Cheers, Sal, for that full hour. Big up, Bill. Good to see you, mate. Big up, everyone. Guys, thank you for joining me. I'm Sal Warner. This is Chatterbox. I shall see you in the morning for Breaking Dawn. If not, I will see you if anything breaks. I will come live and basically, keep your notifications on so you know when I'm live. That'd be fantastic. Guys, thanks so much. See you tomorrow for Breaking Dawn. Otherwise, take it easy. I'm Sal Warner. This is Chatterbox. Take it easy. Peace.